Hello, e-commerce people. My name is Aaron, and this is Wattle Labs. So Wattle Labs' large behaviour model can give companies an advantage in three ways. Our model can be used to enhance the UX with dynamic layouts, menus, and lists based on a customer, that is the customer who's on the store at the moment. We can then present dynamic offers based on the customer's persona. Finally, we can personalise product imagery and descriptions to target each and every customer's latent psychological profile. In the first example, they have a carousel of 8 offers. I'm going to pretend that I'm a very, very high income person, even though normal me loves Dove. High income me goes to some bath world with bath bombs and essential oils from South America. By presenting this offer that's not psychologically, or in this case, socioeconomically aligned with me, 1/8 of the revenue that this user interface element should be generating is lost. Not only is that revenue lost, it's the opportunity cost of not getting the right offer in front of the person. There's zero revenue coming from this offer, but it's also minus 1/8 revenue because of the sale you didn't make. 2/8, 1/4, which is a 25% loss of revenue based on this user interface. Instead of having a bunch of static offers, what we would suggest, you create huge amounts of offers, lots and lots of offers, more than 8, 100 offers. Just keep on adding more and more offers. We can then psychologically profile each offer to create a persona, and we'll have a list of personas. So when high income Aaron comes onto the screen, we can assemble the 8 best in terms of their psychological alignment with me personally. And this means that you're putting offers on the screen and using screen real estate and customer attention to the maximum possible advantage to yourself, which then has the result of max dollars. The next example I'm going to give, really simple, which is a product offer. In this case, the offer is half price. What we would suggest is that these offers shouldn't just be statically half price. We can psychologically profile half price offers, 50% off offers. What that means is we can link the best offer type to me personally. The second thing that this does is it has a bunch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it has 6 products. Now, in this example, I'm going to be healthy me. I'm not going to be purchasing chocolate, shapes, chocolate. 60% of this carousel wasn't aligned with me for different reasons. So 60% lost revenue there, and then a further 60% lost revenue in opportunity costs if you could put the right offer in front of healthy me at the right time. So in this example, what we can do is take all of your sales data, all 10,000 products. We can then profile it to create personas. We can then match those personas to healthy me. What we would have on the screen for every person is obviously a unique list of 6 offers here that most resonate with me on a psychological and behavioral level. And what they should do is maximize revenue for real estate on the screen. The next example, again, it's got the same issues where we could psychologically profile the different offer types here and make sure that the type of offer that's presented to me personally is the one that I'm most aligned with. So Healthy Me loves these 3 things, quite aligned, but Healthy Me definitely doesn't want any air fried stuff. So again, we're down minus 40% revenue for the user interface element. So it's 40% of revenue you're not going to get because people are not going to click on it. And it's also minus 40% for the things that you should have offered. In this example, it's exactly the same, but it's actually groups. So it's fruit and veg group, deli meats and pantry. So what we can do with this example again is instead of psychologically profiling specific products, we can combine all the fruit and veg sales and we can profile it in total to create personas for that group. And then we can match that persona with healthy me. And we can do that with all, in the previous example, all 10,000 products and all 10 million customers. So in this example, we have content. So you click a button if you want to interact with certain types of content here. In this example, you click the button, which is the recipe. So again, it's the same construct. We can take all of your content, every URL, we can profile your web traffic. We can create a persona for each page, and then we can present the right content recommendation to, this is just normal me, in this carousel. So this isn't an opportunity to make money, so there's no lost opportunity cost, but it's definitely an opportunity to engage with content, which might go some way to increase my customer satisfaction and understanding of the products and the different services that this retailer has. So the next example, which is, I love it, is of a Polaroid camera. What we're going to say is we can look at the psychological drivers of people who are buying this, and there might be different drivers. So there could be the oldies, which is me, want to relive the youth, childhood. And then the kids, who's anyone under 40, they want to be retro cool. So in this example, we can help take this product image and effectively adjust it to target the psychology of these two groups, oldies and the cool kids. We can then also modify this product description to align with one of the two groups. And our system doesn't have groups. We don't have pre-baked personas like that. We have virtually an infinite number of personas. Everyone's unique. And so the net effect is this persona would be tailored to conceptually to every single person. So every single person visiting the store would effectively see a product description that's tailored to their specific circumstances. In summary, what we're really advocating and what behavioral modeling and the large behavior model and psychological profiling of customers can do, instead of having an online shop that's one size fits all and then hoping that people interact with it, it's really kind of difficult. So you really spend a lot of time trying to figure out what people do and why they do it. Instead of spending all that time doing that, you can use psychological profiling techniques to take your conceptual store, that one store, and then allow our behavioral models to slightly adjust it, to optimize it, to create unique experiences for each person who comes onto the shop. You're providing unique shopping experiences for each person. So what it's basically doing is saying, let's just take the static sort of store that you've made and let's supercharge it down here. And effectively you're creating, in some respect, a unique customer experience for each person, a unique store. Anyway, that's how Wattle Labs could be used to enhance e-commerce. That's all I want to say. Thank you very much for listening. Bye.